The greatest power in the universe is ours. Now can we keep it? The last of the great shape-shifting dragons are back in Destiny 2, and this is as much of a problem as it is a solution. With the oncoming season of the Wish, we start with an Ahamkara egg that we were gifted from the Witch Queen of Cunning's Savathun, and a pattern to finally resolve the 15th wish that has been left unanswered for 5 years. But the Ahamkara are a Pandora's box, since the chaos that comes with their wishes could corrupt the Vanguard and start a jealousy war between the factions who have always lusted after the great reality manipulating power of the Ahamkara. What will be the consequences of using a wish to open the portal? And will this bring the Nine, Awoken, and even the Hive worm gods into claiming such a power? Could the last great Ahamkara egg bring outright war to the Destiny universe right before we're set into the final shape? I'm Neph. I'm a user experience interface designer, and let's see what we can get into as part of the War of the Egg. What we do know about these cosmic chameleons is that they don't have a fixed shape, but they respond to the whims of the people they encounter who seek a wish. The Ahamkara are solitary, elusive, and seem to alter form to suit or confuse expectations. Their shared language syntax with the great worms and the Hive gives power to words and naming a subject. And it's one of the reasons why we think they're all connected in some way. Ahamkara and worms may have evolved separately to exploit this effect, just as many species independently evolve eyes. This might place them in competition for the same ecological niche, but expect a rivalry or antipathy between them. The Ahamkara are rumoured to be a kind of cousins to the worm gods. We presume the Ahamkara and worms were the bugs and worms that escaped the flower garden back when the gardener first evoked the Destiny Paracausal universe into existence. Xivu Arath still lurks on our plane of existence, expelled from her throne world and very susceptible to the final death. Since the worms hold a relationship with the Ahamkara, it would be in their best interest to take possession of the egg and use it to further their own plans to drive more war and tribute, both for Xivu and what remains of the great worm gods. Ahamkara knew answers to questions no one had known to ask. The wishes granted by the creatures gave them power to achieve their goal by utilizing the power of what is and what is possible. I think the craziest theory of their ultimate goals is to break free of the Destiny 2 reality and escape into our own reality, and it's why the Ahamkara have been known to talk directly to us, the players. The fourth wall breaking wish dragons know we are controlling and playing a game and have talked to us before. For example, yes, we are here. We are not the photons on your screens, or the voice in your head, or the words you read. Shut your eyes tightly, and you may see us, at least a part of us. Make us real, and in turn we shall reify your thoughts, your dreams. The Awoken know the Ahamkara, and Queen Marasov has previously used their power to rule and protect their people. Rumours were abound that she held an Ahamkara egg. Whether that was corrupted or not, we just don't know. But the egg we now hold must be very tempting for Mara to use to free the Dreaming City from the great curse laid upon it by the corrupted Ahamkara Riven. It is known that Awoken could live in harmony with some Ahamkara. When the second solstice began in earnest, many Awoken Ahamkara alike came to the Dreaming City to celebrate the delirious pleasure of just being alive. The Awoken and Mara are our allies while our objectives align. But how long will this last with a power as great as this egg existing, and it being such an obvious solution to the problems of the Awoken right now? In honesty, I think this is where the Season of the Wish will go, and removing the curse from the Dreaming City will probably be our objective, while also working out the solution of the pattern we now have for the 15th wish. You cannot trust the Nine. The Nine lusted for the power of the Ahamkara, who could conjure reality from nothing, utilizing the true power of paracausality. We think the Nine were working with the Ahamkara, terraforming or transforming large parts of Venus for a reason we don't know of yet. One of the Nine's core motivations was to create a corporeal form for themselves, to give body and voice to each of the members of the Nine. We so assume this collaboration was to further this goal somehow. The Nine are still sitting in the background, attempting to achieve their goals, and they could do so with an Ahamkara egg. In a side note, there are many small lore stories about guardians and wishes they elicited before they laid waste to the Ahamkara, and even Lord Savathun himself wished for an Ahamkara to give him an actual dragon to fight, so he could, at long last, be known as a knight who slew an actual dragon. The Vanguard feared the corruption the Ahamkara could bring to Guardians, as wishes were twisted and turned to sometimes drive Guardians to act out of character and bring about chaos. So the creatures were deemed too dangerous to exist. Ikora, and mostly warlocks, went on the great Ahamkara hunt to remove them from the face of the universe. Even after the eradication of these wish granters, their bones held ascended energies that whispered into the ears of anyone that held or utilized the bones in any way. Warlocks were well aware of this side effect of using Ahamkara bones in armor and weapons. We don't think warlocks shared this information with titans and hunters though. Savathun was the one who gave us the egg and the code for the 15th wish, but we don't know what her endgame is and where her true motivations lie, like most of the stakeholders in this potential conflict. Don't be under any misunderstanding, this is Savathun's game, and we have played into her hands year on year. She knows the power of an Ahamkara egg, and she has the reasons for eventually giving it to us. We just don't know it. Historically, Savathun used to periodically use the Ahamkara head hanging over Shax in the tower to sing to him her song and influence him from afar. We don't know what end this served, but Shax never remembers it happening. The most noted Ahamkara is Riven, previously the pet of Marisov and the culprit behind the 3-week curse of the Dreaming City. Riven is the big bad in The Last Wish, and we see her pop her head up in an illusion form during the Witch Queen campaign. Riven left the Dreaming City cursed within a 3-week loop, and the Season of the Wish will be unraveling of this curse to finally tie one of the biggest undealt with threads in the history of the game, in my opinion obviously. The 15th wish is that final mystery wish from 2018's Forsaken expansion that had never been solved. It is this wish that the final ever season of Destiny 2 could potentially revolve around. This and the Curse of the Dreaming City have loomed in players' minds for years, and it was a surprise that potentially next season both could be resolved in unexpected ways. Will this all play out in a battle to keep the egg from friend and foe, while using the final 15th wish to open the portal to begin the final shape? I don't know, but all-out war in the 7 months of the wait we will have in front of us would be an amazing interlude before the final conflict starts. After all this, we now have the return of the Ahamkara, with the last story beat of the Season of the Witch, and Savathun gifting us an uncorrupted Ahamkara Egg, and revealing the 15th wish to allow us to open the closed portal into the Traveller. This will give us the ability to follow the Witness and finally see how he is reimagining the inside of the Great Machine God in the final shape. All roads are open to be travelled, and we only have a few weeks before the kickoff of the Season of the Wish. We shall soon know enough. I'm Neph, and that was a little insight into the shape-shifting flying wish dragons that could be the answer to so many mysteries in next season. Remember to sub, like, and comment below if you like the content. Until next time, stay safe out there.